It's 6 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You know you should get up, go to the gym, start working on that project, but you don't feel like it. So you hit snooze again and again. And then you spend the rest of the day hating yourself for being so weak. If this sounds familiar, here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You're not waiting for motivation. You're waiting for a feeling that's never coming. And until you understand this, you'll stay stuck forever. Welcome to Life Mind Gym. Let me tell you something that the self-help industry doesn't want you to know. Motivation is a scam. It's a lie sold by gurus who make millions telling you to find your why, visualize your goals, and just believe in yourself. And it's complete garbage. Because here's what actually happens in your brain when you're lying in bed at 6 a.m. Your prefrontal cortex, the rational part of your brain, knows you should get up. It understands your goals. It sees the future you want. But your limbic system, the primitive emotional part, only cares about one thing: immediate comfort. And in that moment, the limbic system is screaming louder. It doesn't care about your six-pack abs in 6 months. It cares about the warm blanket right now. This isn't a character flaw. This is biology. Your brain is literally designed to seek comfort and avoid discomfort. Evolution programmed you this way because for most of human history, conserving energy meant survival. The humans who lounged around when they didn't need to hunt were the ones who lived. But in modern life, this same wiring is destroying you. And here's where it gets darker. The motivation industry knows this. They know motivation is just a temporary emotional spike. It's dopamine. You watch an inspirational video, you get a hit of dopamine, you feel ready to conquer the world for about 3 hours. Then it crashes, and you're back to square one, searching for the next motivational fix. You're not building discipline. You're chasing a drug. So let's talk about what actually works. Because discipline isn't about feeling motivated. Discipline is about building systems that make action automatic regardless of how you feel. Let me show you exactly how. The first principle is this: stop trying to build discipline through willpower. Willpower is a finite resource. Stanford psychologist Roy Baumeister proved this through research on ego depletion. Every decision you make, every temptation you resist, drains your willpower tank. And once it's empty, you're done. This is why you can resist junk food all day and then destroy a pizza at 11 p.m. Your willpower is gone. Successful people aren't more disciplined because they have more willpower. They're more disciplined because they've designed their environment to require less willpower. Let me give you an example. You want to go to the gym in the morning. The undisciplined approach is to rely on motivation. Wake up and hope you feel like going. The disciplined approach is to remove every decision point. Sleep in your gym clothes. Put your shoes next to the bed. Have your gym bag packed by the door. Pre-decide what workout you're doing. Now, when the alarm goes off, you're not making a decision. You're executing a pre-programmed sequence. Your brain doesn't get a vote. You're already dressed. The bag is ready. You just move. Decision fatigue eliminated. Willpower preserved. The second principle: create massive friction for bad behavior and zero friction for good behavior. If you want to stop scrolling social media, delete the apps. Don't just log out. Delete them. Every time you want to scroll, you have to open a browser, type the URL, log in. That's friction, and friction kills impulses. Meanwhile, for good behaviors, make them stupid easy. Want to read more? Put a book on your pillow. You can't get into bed without moving it. Want to drink more water? Fill bottles the night before and place them everywhere. Want to eat healthy? Pre-cut vegetables on Sunday. Put them at eye level in the fridge. Make the good choice the default choice. The third principle: stack behaviors. This is called habit stacking, and it's based on how neural pathways work. Your brain loves sequences. After I do X, I do Y. After I pour my coffee, I do 10 push-ups. After I brush my teeth, I do 2 minutes of meditation. After I close my laptop, I put my phone in another room. You're not building discipline for a new behavior. You're attaching it to an existing automatic behavior. The existing behavior becomes the cue, and after about 2 weeks, the sequence becomes automatic. Now you don't need discipline. You have a system. The fourth principle: track consistency, not results. This is where most people fail. They focus on outcomes: lost 5 pounds, finished the project, hit the goal, and when they don't see immediate results, they quit. But discipline isn't built through outcomes. It's built through repetition. Get a calendar. Put a big X on every day you do the thing. Your only goal is don't break the chain. You're not trying to be perfect. You're trying to be consistent. Because here's what happens neurologically when you repeat a behavior. Every time you do it, you strengthen the neural pathway. The myelin sheath around that pathway gets thicker. The signal gets faster and stronger. Eventually, the behavior becomes automatic. That's discipline. But here's the part nobody tells you. This process requires suffering. Not the dramatic suffering you see in in movies. The quiet, boring suffering of doing something when you don't want to. Getting out of bed when it's cold. Going to the gym when you're tired. Working on the project when you'd rather scroll. And this is why most people fail. They're waiting for it to feel good. They think disciplined people love waking up early, love working out, love doing hard things. They don't. They've just accepted that discomfort is the price of the life they want, and they've stopped negotiating with themselves about it. The fifth principle, change your identity, not your behavior. Most people try to build discipline by focusing on actions. I need to go to the gym. I need to eat healthy. I need to work harder, but that's behavior-based. And behavior-based change is exhausting because you're constantly fighting yourself. Identity-based discipline is different. You don't go to the gym. You're a person who trains. You don't try to eat healthy. You're a person who respects their body. You don't force yourself to work. You're a person who creates. The behavior flows from the identity. And every time you act consistent with that identity, you reinforce it. The discipline becomes who you are, not what you do. Here's the reality most people don't want to accept. Building discipline when you don't feel motivated isn't a one-time thing. It's a daily practice. Some days will be harder than others. Some days you'll fail. But the people who win aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who fail and show up anyway the next day. Because here's what happens when you build real discipline. Motivation starts to follow. You don't wait to feel like doing it. You do it. And then you feel motivated because you did it. The action creates the feeling, not the other way around. This is the secret successful people know that the motivation gurus won't tell you. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to move. If you made it this far, you're in the small percentage who actually wants to change. Subscribe to Life Mind Gym for real psychology and brain science, not motivational garbage that fades in 3 days. Drop a comment with the one thing you keep failing to do, despite knowing you should. I'll go first. Waking up on time. Let's build discipline together. One uncomfortable day at a time.